Hey guys, coming back to you with another video. Today's topic is going to be on something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, and something that's really been kept a secret from the American people, not just the American people, but the pretty much it's a global epidemic, uh, a controlled global epidemic. Is a better word for it. And that's the topic of chemtrails, and you know, if you know what they are, I don't really have to go in depth on, but for the people that still, that really don't understand what they are. They're basically the um, fumes of a planes in the air that the fumes like you see the debris coming out of the planes at the back, and kind of like you see the exhaust from a car. But these are they're called chemtrails, and what they do is they fall on the people there. It's like a gas, and there's different gases in these chemtrails, such as aluminum, barium. If I remember correctly, what was the other one? If I can remember this word, stertonium. I don't know how to say the word, but there's different chemical elements in these chemtrails. Um, and basically, what they're made to do is basically it's built for human depopulation, and I'll get into why that is later. But I'm gonna get into just I'm gonna hone on one specific element, and that is on aluminum, and basically what the side effects are to them. And before I do that, I'm gonna read a story that I have right here. It's of an Arizona resident collected blood samples of some very sick uh, citizens of Arizona, and they found they're like very ill. They didn't know why, but they ended up finding very high levels of aluminum in their bloodstream. And like I said, it's a gas, so you can't see it. It's in the air. It's like I said, it's a gas, and it's in like it doesn't have any color or anything, so you can't really spot it until you get the side effects from it, which would be too late then. Um, that was just one. That's just one of the very few incidences around the world that people are affected by chemtrails in America and anywhere where these types of planes fly. Got tongue tied there for a second, but wherever these types of planes fly, that's where people are going to have these, and people go outside, play outside, and these planes go above them, and they have the chemtrails. That's and it hits them. They're going to start having these side effects that I'm going to mention, and I'll go ahead and give a couple of them. Some of them are breathing disorders, ear disorders, including hearing loss, imbalance, sleeping disorders like imbalance. Have you ever been like dizzy and then all of a sudden you felt like kind of off balance? That's what's from. And I've actually had it where I was outside and I started to get really like I saw the chemtrails up in the sky and I was like, oh no, this is gonna hit me soon. Like if it already hasn't. And I was at the point when I was outside and it started actually falling down on me, and all of a sudden I started to get this feeling of this dizziness, and where I wasn't able to uh, I basically lost my balance. I had to hold on to something. Other like I think I said sleeping disorders. I know some people with that. Attention deficit disorder, autism, bedwetting, dyslexia, stuttering, etc. And those are disorders that affect children. Here's one that I'm going to mention. It's a spiritual disorder, offensive acts of violence toward opposition, like if someone's from a different religion. Um, Forgetfulness. Now these are some that are very common. Like not, and it says short-term memory loss for forgetfulness, but it's not just short-term memory loss. It's just basically just forgetting something that should be really easy to remember. Difficulty naming ordinary objects, keys, lamps, etc. Objects that you are very common in a house or just in life. Difficulty following instructions or directions. difficulty learning new concepts and skills, diminished performance of former accomplishments. I'll give a couple more. And these are this is the symptoms of hypersensitivity, like heightened sensitivity to light or darkness, abnormal sensitivity to hot and cold temperatures, and aversion to noise, touch, movement, odors, etc. Unexplained feelings of apprehension or uneasiness, feelings of inferiority, embarrassment, or shame, feelings of irritability, agitation, or noise. Now, these are very common in just like lots of these you can pretty much see in everyday life, like autism. Very common now because no one had autism in the 1700s and or 18 starting to come into the 1900s, and that's really when planes started to get really big, is in the 1900s, and that's when they started doing these chemtrails and stuff like this, stuff like contrails and chemtrails. And those are just some of the very few symptoms to aluminum poisoning, and there are many other let me try and think of the word. There are many other side effects and different types of trying to think of the word toxins that they put in chemtrails, not just aluminum. That's just one of the very few, one of the many that they put in chemtrails. And it can also, one thing that's very common now is road rage, something that's very common now, and that is something that that's very insignificant most times about how road rage is started. And so that's just abnormal behavior. Like I said earlier, the reason they would put different elements or chemicals in the chemtrails that the planes leave behind is because not aluminum might not affect everyone, so they had to put different elements or chemicals in the air so that would affect every type of person. It's like some people might not be affected by aluminum, but they would be affected by barium or some other element. So they would get, everyone would, guess you could say, would get a piece of the pie. This, and once, this is, like I said, this is considered the norm for people. So, people are going to go to doctors and get antibiotics, not probiotics, but antibiotics, and take them, and basically they'll, in the long run, it'll just make them worse, but at that time, it'll make them better, but it'll start to make them more vulnerable to other diseases and chemicals in the air that they put out there. Not just chemicals, but like take for instance the flu shot, the H1N1 flu shot that's had I believe that had different chemical elements in it that made people sick, and that was pretty much just a big hoax just to make people take the flu shot. And I might do another video on that, on flu shots. If you would like me to, just put a comment at the bottom if you want me to do another video on that, like a video on that. And it's just something that's not just from America, it's a global epidemic, a controlled global epidemic, as I said at the beginning. Well, I think I'm going to be wrapping up this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Anyway, as I said, put a comment in the script below if you want me to do a video on flu shots and how they affect people. Well, anyway, I think I'll be wrapping up this video. Thanks. See ya.